What's good, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Chronicles,
Yes,
man. We
sir.
are back this week. Time to get the week started. How you doing, Nino?
Football team, no good. But everybody,
Not good,
everything
not
else,
good, not
okay.
good. That's okay. You also went to NASCAR. How that go?
Amazing, bro. Great time. Worth
That's
it.
what's up.
It's
That's
worth
what's
it.
up.
I didn't get the essential pass, or but we work on that. But it's still, I got to
Yeah,
talk to people, and et cetera, et
building
cetera.
blocks, building blocks, building
Of
blocks. But at
course.
least you have fun. At least you have fun. That's what's up. I seen on your story. I see the races and everything. So it looked real fun and everything. So
Yep.
glad you have fun there and everything.
I
And like I
recommend
said,
people that
guys.
don't watch it, you should just give it a chance. It's not.
I was about to say, if anybody who like NASCAR or anything, go on my boy page, follow, subscribe,
Mm-hmm.
everything. He got all the sports that you need from soccer, NASCAR, football,
Mm-hmm.
baseball, whatever
Soon,
you
soon.
need.
No, not baseball yet, but
Oh, not yet.
soon.
Okay. Basketball soon, you know what I'm saying? So look him up, man. Look him up. Look him up. But
Yep.
we're about to get into this week 8, right? Week eight.
Yeah, week
Yeah, week
eight.
eight
Yep.
reviews and everything.
Thursday
Start
night
off
curse, baby. Love to see it. I love to see it.
started
That
off
Thursday
started off
night
with a
curse.
banger. Stood up with a banger. Rams won 30-20 against the Vikings. You looked at me crazy for picking this game. You
I
looked at
did
me
look at you
crazy.
crazy, but I didn't think those guys would come back. Like both of them coming right back, bro.
Well, I knew Cooper Cup was coming back. I was shocked when I seen Puka Nacua come back. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah, my pick is good. I'm
You're
chilling."
no, and then I guess he was like, if he's coming back, I'm gonna come back too. Let's do
Yeah, for
it.
sure. I was like, "Oh, so yeah." So them boys look good. Got Rams are 3-4 now. They
Mm-hmm.
starting to look like something. They continue some wins. They got a big game next week against the Seahawks, and we'll be talking about our picks and everything
Ooh.
tomorrow. But yeah, they got a big game against the Seahawks next week. So if they win that game, they go to 4-4. They're back up there to
Yep.
possibly win that division. And I ain't gonna lie, I got a ticket in. I kind of need them to revive their season. So let's go Rams.
Yep.
It looks good so far. So yeah, Matthew Stafford looked good. He get his weapons back, throw 4 touchdowns. Kyron Williams running the ball, looking
Let me
good as
tell you
well too.
something, bro. I was 4 yards away from hitting a nice little parlay, but you know.
Oh man, I had like three parlays last week that I missed by like one team and everything. I I'm I could have had so much money last week. It was so hurtful. Starting off the 1 o'clock games, Cardinals beat the Dolphins. You
I was
called
gonna
it.
start with that, but you did
You
it for
started, you
me.
called it. You called it. Cardinals beat the Dolphins 28-27. Kyler Murray drives his team down
But I'm
for
a
a
hater
game.
though. But I'm a hater.
He got you called it. You was right. They drove down, got a game winning field goal, back
Yep.
to back game winning field goals for the Cardinals, one against the Chargers. But the Cardinals are in that NFC West. They're starting to rack up some wins. It's starting to
Yep.
get interesting in the NFC West, man. Everybody like a game away from each other and everything. So
Hmm.
it should be interesting for the rest of the season for that division. Another one. I think you called. Did you call Patriots beating the Jets?
I think I did.
I think you called Patriots beating the Jets.
Yeah.
Patriots beat the Jets twenty-five
Yeah, you
twenty-two.
looked at me crazy too. You called me
I
a
did.
hater.
I did. I
I
did. I
believe more
did.
in Derek May than I do in Aaron Rodgers at this point because
Yeah,
Aaron
it's a
Rodgers
wrap
sucks.
for the Jets, man. It's a wrap. They might as well just call it a season.
Oh, you don't want to know what's going on in New York, bro. Everybody's saying fire everybody.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy. I know they're going hysterical with the Jets and everything. Hey, but maybe Bill Belichick come back to the AFC East next year.
I doubt it. Come home to us, bro. We got a spot waiting for you.
I don't think y'all gonna
Come.
fire Brian Daboll though.
I don't know. After what
I
he
don't
did on
know.
Monday, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. I don't know if he gets fired. I don't know. But we'll see. Um Speaking of getting fired quick in the city, Eagles beat the Bengals 37-17.
I did not expect that. I had the
I told you.
Bengals.
I told you
You had the then you
when
had the Eagles, right?
I had the Eagles,
Yeah,
yeah,
I had the
when
Bengals.
when Jalen Hurts has AJ Brown and Devontae Smith,
But I
it's
heard, but
scary.
they're calling him a glorified running back. Did he actually throw
Yeah,
the ball? Or
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's I told you, man, it gets serious when them Eagles got them receivers out there. They're 5-2, right behind
Washington.
Jay and Daniels and the Commanders, so they back
Hmm.
for that division lead as well too. I kind of got them on my tickets as well too, so I need them to kind of get together as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's getting interesting in that division as well with those two teams. Packers winning 30-27
I'm
against the
not.
Jags.
I was close. I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, we both. I think we both picked the Packers in that game. What?
I know I picked the
Jordan,
Packers. Yeah, I would not
Jordan
pick the
Love got injured
Jags.
again, so starting to get starting to get a little dicey. Like, dang, Jordan Love, like you keep getting injured every couple of games. Is he like 2 or 2.0? I don't really know.
I don't know if Malik Willis is gonna look at himself. He's gonna get ready to start. He's gonna look at his future. So Giants,
Yeah,
you need a
he's playing. Yeah,
quarterback.
he's playing. He's basically playing for a new team anyway.
Hmm.
So, I mean, they got the Lions this week, so it's pretty interesting on
Yep.
what he's going to do. But nonetheless, they won another game. Even though Jordan Love went down. Lions, man, if the Chiefs weren't undefeated, I'd say they were the best team in the NFL. They won 52-14 against the Titans. Just showed them boys that they're not even supposed to be on the same field with
Hmm.
us. Like, let's just go ahead and put 50 on them and let them know that they're not even supposed to be in the same.
They're a joke, bro. They're just a joke at this point, bro.
Yeah, Titans. I mean, yeah, Titans. It's Travis Hunter sweepstakes for them. But Lions, man, real contender, could possibly make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Hmm.
We shall see what goes on for them. And
Yeah, the one team that's not standing in their way is the Niners, right? Yeah,
no,
the
no, no, they're in the
Niners.
division with the Packers
Oh,
and the Vikings and
oh, I saw about
everything.
last in the playoffs. The playoffs.
Yeah. So yeah, and I got them. I got them on my tickets as well too to win the division. So they're looking good. I like what I see from them. Falcons have sold first place of the division now,
Time
winning
out. That's
31.
that's the Mickey Mouse division this year.
I mean, hey, granted,
Everybody's hurt though.
the Falcons won 31-26, but give it up for Baker to put up 26 points without any of his receivers, man. That's pretty impressive.
In my big boy league, even though I lost, for the positive I can take about that, I started Auden. I picked up Auden, and everybody was
Yeah,
like, "Why are you picking
but
up Auden?" I'm like, first of,
national tight end day went crazy this year. The tight ends was having a day.
I
They was
guess
like,
that was
oh,
their
we heard
day.
y'all wanted to delete the tight end position from fantasy. Oh, okay, no, we're gonna show you something this week. We got something for y'all. But yeah, man, tight ends look real good this week. Shocker of the year could be Browns winning over the Ravens 29-24.
I had the
Jameis
Ravens, but
Winston
I am
resurrecting
not
the
shocked at
Browns.
all. I had the Ravens. I know I had the Ravens, but I am not shocked at all because Jameis Winston can do his thing out there. He has shown time and time again. Go out there and do your thing. It's all he has to do.
I like Jameis. Don't get me wrong. I'm shocked just the fact that don't get me wrong. I thought Jameis could put up points. I did not think that they can beat the Ravens. I'm just being honest. I knew
They
they
might
could
just
put up.
save their season at this point.
He might have. He really might have. I knew they could put up points. I knew Jameis was gonna be able to throw the ball, get yards, score
Hmm.
touchdowns. I knew it was gonna happen. I did not think that they would beat the Ravens, and I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked on that one. That's
Yep.
one of the ones where if the Ravens won, could have won my parlay, but we're not gonna talk about that. Um, Texans doing work. They lose Stephon Diggs for the year, but they won 23-20 against the
I know you
Colts.
happy about. I know you like injuries, but I know you happy you get a chance to get Nico Collins. They actually get the ball more.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little hurt at first because I didn't have Nico, but now I got Nico today. So I'm looking forward to see what Nico's gonna do next week when he come
Hmm.
back and everything. Um, and he come back against the Lions, so that should be a shootout game as well too. So should be pretty interesting.
Feed
Um,
Mixon. That's what I gotta say.
oh yeah, Joe Mixon. Yeah, Joe Mixon is he's a baller this year.
First of all,
He's
bro, he's looking like the Joe Mixon that I know and love because I drafted him for three
he
seasons in a row.
not even
And
gonna lie to you, he looked better than what he ever looked in Cincinnati this year. Like he's having a career year.
yep,
He is balling this year. Um, if I was thinking about asking you for Joe Mixon, I was like, nah, he probably not gonna give up Joe
hell
Mixon.
no.
I was like, he probably not gonna give up. Let me just take Nico Collins because all I
I got
really
him in
need is a
three
receiver right
leagues. He's
now.
not for sale in no leagues.
Yeah. I figured Joe Mixon was off, so I was like, let me just take him off. I mean, I was gonna make it juicy because I was gonna add Jameer Gibson as well too. But I was like, I'm gonna just hold off. I know he probably don't want to trade Joe Mixon. But yeah, Joe Mixon, Tank Dell stock has went up as well too.
Hmm.
So it should be interesting with the Texans. I'm not gonna lie, I actually think it's gonna be addition by subtraction. I don't know, it's something about Diggs, but he just I don't want to call him a diva, but he has diva ways. And that could affect the locker room a little bit. So I think the Texans might actually start to look better now that Stephon Diggs is not out
No
there.
wrong. Yep.
No offense to him. I mean, I wish him a speedy recovery.
I
Hopefully,
mean,
Everything is
I
good for him.
mean, I knew even if he was not there, bro, there even though Nico Collins did get hurt, it wouldn't affect him in any shape or form. I still wouldn't think the Texans wouldn't be affected with him or without them. So
I kind of like it more when it's Nico Collins and then Tank Dell running that
mhm.
second receiver position anyway. And then they added Joe Mixon this year, so it's literally like their offense from last year just with Joe Mixon. So
They
I
finally
think
got a
it's
running
gonna be,
back.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it should be interesting for them going the rest of the season. But I do wish Stephon Diggs a speedy recovery. Going into the 4 o'clock games, my Chargers won against the Saints 26-8.
Let me ask you
Um,
something. Let me ask you something. I didn't get to check the games. Why they were saying you guys were ass? I do not gotta say.
I mean, people like to hate on the Chargers. I mean, I don't really know what other way to say it. I mean, granted, we played the Saints. I mean, it's nothing that we can do. We don't really make the schedule, but we
Mhm.
did play the Saints. The Saints are one of the worst teams in the league this year. But we just did what we were supposed to do against the Saints. I mean, we left some points out there. Our offense still isn't where I wanted to be at, but we went down and got touchdowns. We got down in that area. We got 3 touchdowns instead of kicking field goals.
I'm
So
going like this.
they,
You know why?
yeah. So they
The
improved.
Conklin season is here.
You know what I'm saying? So they improved in that area instead of going down getting field goals. They actually turned some of them into touchdowns.
Hmm.
The defense is still yet to allow over 20 points this
Yep.
year. It's the number one scoring defense in the league
Yep.
through 8 weeks. It's not like this is week 2 or week 3. So I don't know, man. I just feel like because we're not beating teams as like the Chiefs and Ravens and Steelers and everything. I feel like that's probably why they still say we suck. And our don't get me wrong, our offense is not the prettiest on paper. Like we don't have a bunch of like big
Hmm.
names. So when you look at our offense, it's like, oh, they shouldn't be that good. But we're a middle of the pack offense, and we have the number one scoring defense in the league right now. So I mean,
Hmm.
and we can run the ball. So I don't know, man. Like I said, we getting our feet wet right now. Everyone is starting to get into the scheme, starting to understand the scheme and everything. I think it's gonna get better from here on out. We got Cleveland this week, so it
Hmm.
should be interesting with Jameis. I like us to win that game. It's still winnable. I think we got. I can't remember who we play after them, but I know we got like another losing record team, and then we play the Ravens, and we'll see what happens in that Ravens game. If we can beat the Ravens, I'll see what people say then. But until then, we're just gonna be beating. If we do win, we'll be beating a bunch of trash teams until we get to the Ravens. But that's
Yeah.
just all I really think is we're just beating teams that aren't really good, and we lost to the Cardinals last week. So,
Yeah.
but the Cardinals beat the Dolphins as well too. So I hope they have the same energy.
All I know is like before we move on, one thing, Hardball found his receiver because if once Hardball finds his receiver,
Yeah.
he's getting the love.
So I
So
mean, like I said, and he's a rookie, so this is his first year. It's only
yep,
gonna get better from here on out. So I mean, like I said, if we make it to the playoffs, we're gonna be scary because we got a defense.
yep,
So look out if we make the playoffs. I hope you guys can score points because the Chargers don't give up too many points.
yep.
You're going to need points in order to beat us. I mean, Justin Herbert in his career has only lost 2 times when the Chargers defense don't allow 20 more than 20 points. So I don't know. We'll see.
No, I want to
Um,
mention this team before we. I actually want to mention one team on the 4 o'clock games. Man, that was a crazy ending towards the Commanders and Bears game.
I was just about to say that game next. Man,
First of all,
that game was crazy.
can I say this? You know how this is why I always like the Jalen the Caleb
Jaden
Williams.
Davis.
No, I mean Caleb Williams. The Caleb Williams lovers when everybody tells me I don't know football. This man only had 10 actual passes completed against one of the worst defensive teams in the league.
Nah, I can't say the Commanders' defense is trash, man. We may have thought that at the beginning of the season, but that defense was playing really, really good. It's playing really good. I'm not gonna lie, like I thought that the Commanders would have a bad defense.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the people to say that the Commanders had a really bad defense.
That's
However,
thought so too. I thought so too. I thought it was gonna be their offense gonna be
yeah.
carrying them.
However, the defense is. I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna go that
It's
far out to
not
say it's
good, but
good.
it's not bad.
But it's not bad, yeah. And like I said, I think Caleb Williams is a rookie. I know we see because I think Jaden Daniels
I was gonna say, I was like,
He had 326 yards, but he had the only touchdown he had was the Hail Mary. So it's not like he had a great game as well, too. It was just so happened that he got the Hail Mary and he won the game. Because
do it for Dale.
If he doesn't get that Hail Mary, him and Caleb Williams have the same record, and we're not
Having this conversation.
we're not really saying it's a bad thing. So I mean, like I said,
I
at the
don't
end of the
know,
day,
man. It's just like, bro, it's like 10, yeah, 10 completed
oh yeah, no,
passes throughout the whole
yeah,
game.
10 to 24 is not good. I'm not gonna lie, 10 to 24 is not good, but we also saw Josh Allen have a game like that as well too. So it happens to the best of them, and he's a rookie, so I'm not going to fault him. Now, if we're 2, 3, 4 years down the line and you're still doing that, we got a problem. But I'm gonna chalk it up to he's being a rookie. He's a rookie. That was a real tough game. I'm pretty sure the nerves were high because you're going against the number 2 pick. So you
Yep.
really want to get that win to show that you were the you were the one that was supposed to be number one. Just so happened there was a 52-yard Hail Mary that he has no control over that ended up happening. So I'm not gonna. I mean, like I said, it's still a lot of time he's shown glimpses of actually being good. It's not like he's had a really bad season though. He's not having a Bryce Young year. I can tell you that it's not a Bryce
Yeah.
Young
It's
year.
not a Bryce, yeah.
It's just not better than Jaden Daniels. But Jaden Daniels is having a really really great year. Hell,
Hey,
Bo Nix is having a great year as well too.
we'll
So
get
I
to
mean,
that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute before we move on there.
yeah.
I know NASCAR, but guess Dale Jr. was at that game and talking to Jaden Daniels after the
Oh
game.
yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I'll
what's
do
up.
it for Dale, baby. They won for Dale.
Bills beat the Seahawks 31-10.
Yep,
See,
that's another team I've been telling you guys about. I've been saying every single week. Watch out for the Bills this year. They're looking no Bill dangerous.
yeah. 6-2, 4-game lead in that division. They'll probably have that division wrapped up by like week 13
Yeah, because
at this
everybody else
rate.
is falling apart in that division.
Yeah,
So
at this rate. So yeah, Bills did their thing. Seahawks are killed with injuries. Don't get me wrong. DK Metcalf did
yeah,
not play, so that does make a difference and everything. But they just showed that they're not supposed to be on the same field right now. And like I said, the NFC West is getting interesting. It was starting to pull away at the beginning of the season, but now it's starting to get closer, starting to get interesting.
yep.
This last half of the season is going to be really, really, really interesting.
Especially in some divisions that they're gonna
Um,
have like trying to get in, probably with like an 8-9 or 9-8 will probably win the NFC West. How the
yeah,
way it's
most
looking.
likely, probably. Um, the Broncos beat the Panthers 28-14.
I
Bo
know
Nix,
is the Panthers, but this is
yeah,
the Bo Nix game.
yeah. So I was about to say Bo Nix had his best game, albeit it is against the Panthers. We know you play against the Panthers, you have your best game, but he did what he was supposed to do. He showed that they're not supposed to be on the same field as him. He did everything that he was supposed to do. 4 touchdowns, best game of the year. He's starting to make a case for that rookie of the year as well too. I mean, Jaden Daniels is having one hell of a season, so he's not past Jaden Daniels yet. But keep giving us some 4 touchdown games, and it might get interesting.
I always liked. I mean, I wasn't saying. I mean, I didn't say I always liked him, but I always knew that. Unfortunately, Bo Nix, he was always to. He went to like 3 different schools, man. But
Hey, he wanted to get that experience, and
Mhm.
hey, that experience is what you call did the same thing.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward. Sorry, I was reading something. Cam Ward, and Jaden Daniels, because Jaden Daniels came from Arizona State and then went to LSU,
Yep, for one
and
year, and he
then
won the Heisman
yeah, and
Trophy.
then won the Heisman and everything as well too. So a lot of these quarterbacks that are starting to get that extra. I mean, Justin Herbert did the same thing. He could have came out his junior year, stayed his senior year, became a number 5 pick. So I mean, a lot of people are doing it. And it's starting to look pretty
Mr.
good. Starting to work
Creator of
out.
the NIL himself, Caleb Williams. There you go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So transfer portal and everything helps out. So yeah, I like what I've seen from Bo Nix so far. Um, Chiefs being the Chiefs win 27-20 against the Raiders. Um,
I'm like this
that defense
because you know.
is it's every single week. It's the defense, bro. I'm telling you, that's the number 1 defense in the league. I know statistically they're not number 1, but when you put them on the field and it's time to play, that's the number 1 defense in the league,
Mhm.
unfortunately. And they have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. And although his numbers for the entire season are not good, when it comes to the fourth quarter, he's the number one quarterback.
That's
Point
crazy.
blank, period. If you look at all the stats in every major category, Patrick Mahomes is number one in the fourth quarter. So that's the difference, man. If you got the best quarterback being the best in the fourth quarter, and that defense is not allowing points, making turnovers, getting the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and everything. So
Yep.
yeah, man. I don't want to sound like a hater. I hate them so much. I hate even saying the stuff I have to say about them. But I got to be realistic, man. They're the best team in the league right now, and they're 7-0. So congrats to the Chiefs.
That's insane, bro. Don't tell me they're gonna go perfect now, man. That's the last thing we need.
um, Sunday night football. 49ers beat the Cowboys 30-24. I know that score looks closer than what it is, but it was not a close
No,
game at
it's
all.
not okay.
It was 27-10 at one point, and then Dak Prescott them got 2 touchdowns to make it interesting, got the ball back, and then went 4 plays and out. And that was the ball game for the 49ers and
Oh,
Cowboys
they're still
game.
going to the Super Bowl, man. They're still going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cowboy fans said they're still going to Super Bowl. It's a wrap for the Cowboys. They paid Dak 60 million. I don't know how they're going to pay Michael Parsons in the
They
future.
paid him and they paid CD.
Yeah, they paid both of them, so that's 95 million between the two of them on the offense. Uh,
Well,
yeah, man. I mean,
they could have
better
used
luck
some of
next
that
year,
money to
Cowboys.
pay Derrick Henry, but they choose not to.
Yep, they could have had Derrick Henry, chose not to do that, and now their total rushing offense is getting the same amount of rushing yards as Brock Purdy now. So
With 3 different running backs.
with 3 different running backs, yeah, that's just amazing. Cowboys, you guys did an amazing job this off season.
Per usual, though.
Monday Night Football. Sorry, my friend. Sorry.
How do you go? How do you go 18? I think it was 18 or was it 28 or I'm gonna try to find this man's stat line now because I just had it in my hand. This man had a not even a good 264 yards of offense.
I mean, that's a lot of
Zero,
yards this year. The
zero
0 touchdowns.
touchdowns. Again, the big donut. And
I
then
mean, like I said, because I said the same thing about Justin Herbert last week. By the way,
dude,
Steelers
it's
beat the
almost two
Giants.
years without scoring at home either. Though. That's
Steelers
embarrassing, bro.
Steelers beat the Giants 26-18 is what we're talking about here. I feel you. It's been 2 years since he scored at home. Who is your offensive coordinator?
A new guy, actually. Hold on, I'll tell you right now because our OC is not even that good either.
Yeah, because at this point, like 264 yards is a
Mike
good amount of.
Kafka.
Okay, yeah. At this point, it's got to be something else because 264 yards for this season is not. It's a good amount of passing yards from what we've seen so far from this season. So that means you guys are moving the ball.
We
Tyrone
did
Tracy.
one good. He's been there for 3 years, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. He's been there for 3 years, and the first season looked good, and then that's it.
Tyrone Tracy had 149 rushing yards, 145 rushing yards. Sorry. Um, you guys are getting yards. You guys are not finding the end zone.
Yep.
And I think that's the coaching issue. I said the same thing about the Chargers last week with the Cardinals.
I don't know what happened to Dayball. This is not the Dayball that I know, because Dayball that I know will go for it on 4th down every single time.
I don't know, man. Something's not right in that front office or that coaching staff
knowing that we're
something.
not doing anything this season, and you're continue to rely on a kicker. And you're playing the same game that the Steelers were playing, conservative. Because they were playing conservative throughout the whole game. And then when you actually want to score a touchdown, it was way too late. This is annoying. I don't expect anything. I already told you this since the beginning of the year. I had no expectations for this football team. But you guys are making it worse for us. You not putting any fight in any shape and form. Coaches, I don't know. And they don't even know who wants to coach anymore for us. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, man, it's not looking too good. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting offseason for y'all this year. I'll say that.
If you're gonna fire Dayball, you're gonna have to fire Joe Shaden. You're gonna have to fire Mike Kafka. You definitely have to fire Daniel Jones because when we had a
it'd be
chance,
interesting.
when you
I
had a
mean,
chance to go get Ken
on the
Dorsey, he
on
said,
the
"Go ahead."
on the bright side, your team is relatively young,
Yep,
so that may help a lot as well too. Give me one second. I gotta step my door.
young and young. Giants, you guys are just too much.
So yeah, I mean, you guys are young. You still got time and everything. So just look forward to the future, man. Try to get into that Travis Hunter sweepstakes. See if you
Yeah,
guys
another
can.
receiver.
Hey, he said he wants to play both sides, receiver and corner. So
Yeah, we need new corners too because Darnay Holmes isn't it, bro? Isn't it?
you know what
Like
I'm saying. So that's gonna wrap it up for the review this year. I mean, this week. Sorry, my
we'll be
friend, that
back.
we had
We'll
to
be
had
back
to end it
tomorrow.
on you guys. We back tomorrow with our official picks. It should be interesting on seeing who has that lead, who's going to be getting that free dinner end
Uh-oh.
of the season.
Uh-oh.
And tune in tomorrow to get our picks. And possibly can win you some money if you guys like to bet and everything. So like always, like, share, comment, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know the regular. Tell a friend to
Ready to
tell a
tell a
friend to
friend. Yep.
tell a friend. You feel me? And we'll catch y'all tomorrow. We are out this thing, man.
Peace.